every day where we have educational programs so you can see the people in the background. If you're lucky enough to be on a program, when we have a turtle in the surgery suite, you are going to see firsthand the treatment we give to these beautiful animals. So again, thank you for joining us. This is Betty. I'm here with Jory, and Carla is going to talk us through this. And a lot of people ask about these barnacles. A healthy turtle may have a few barnacles, but this heavy load, if you look closely, these are little tiny barnacles, lots of them all together. And we're going to gently remove them from her shell. People say, do the barnacles hurt the sea turtles? Can they feel it? Well, I'm sure it's not comfortable, but it's not real painful either unless they get the burrowing barnacles that go through the keratin and into the bone. And it doesn't look like any of these are burrowing. We hope not. And we will find out as we start to take them off gently. And again, Grasshopper was admitted to the Turtle Hospital last Friday, so she's had a week to acclimate to her new environment and her hospital tank. She is stable, and that is why we are taking the barnacles off at this time. Thank you for joining us. We are live at the Turtle Hospital in the heart of the Florida Keys with Grasshopper, where we are taking these barnacles off, carefully off the shell. And these are barnacles on barnacles, so a little more challenging. So a lot of times if you can get under them and break that suction, it's the easiest way to pop them off. This one is really taking hold. Goodness. There we go. Woo, there we go. I'm going to scrape some of these. Lots of little barnacles that have taken a long time to grow on this shell. The outer layer of a sea turtle shell is made of keratin like your fingernails, and under that is bone. The back of the shell is their spine that has all the nerve endings. So can she feel this? She absolutely can feel this, but we're not going into that keratin. As you can see, this is on the surface, and we are just scraping it, so it's just like getting a back scratch. And this is a soft plastic spackling tool. So again, it is not going into her shell, not to worry. We are being very gentle, but that is like getting tickled. So she is feeling it. The Turtle Hospital is located in the heart of the Florida Keys, which is about a 2.5-hour drive from Miami. We are on a chain of islands that is connected by bridges. And the Turtle Hospital is celebrating its 40th year. We were the first licensed veterinary hospital in the world for sea turtles. And we get sea turtles transferred from all over, as far away as New England and the islands. And Grasshopper came from northern Florida. Take a breath. So when a sea turtle gets stressed, it's going to try to swim. If you think about it, they live in the water. And you see, as soon as she takes a breath, she settles down. And that is because living in the water, if there becomes a stressful situation, they swim to the surface and make sure they can get that air. Sea turtles breathe air like we do. So that's why you'll see her flap her flippers and then settle down. Thank you for joining us for the barnacle removal on grasshopper, juvenile green sea turtle. She has been at the turtle hospital for 1 week. She is stable in treatment for cold stunning and fibropapillomatosis. Probably you can respond to comments. I don't know if you can see if there are any comments. Thank you for joining us on this Friday. We're in this surgery suite at the Turtle Hospital where we are cleaning grasshopper shell, getting rid of those barnacles. That's got to feel good. You get those off of there.
I want to know how you know if she's a she.
All right, that's a good question. Is it a she? We honestly do not know. We cannot tell the sex of a sea turtle until they reach sexual maturity, which is about 20 or 25 years old. But we just endearingly call them a she. And there are a lot of young female sea turtles because sea turtles' gender is dependent on the temperature of the sand when they are incubating, when they're in their nest, in that egg. Hot summers breed mostly females, cooler summers mostly males. And here in the state of Florida, the past 5 summers have been the hottest on record. And the researchers that look at hatchlings and the information on the eggs coming out of the nest have found mostly females for the past 5 years. So I feel pretty safe in saying she, but we honestly don't know. When they do reach sexual maturity at 20 or 25 years old, the males grow a much longer tail than their shell, and that is when we can tell if it's a boy or a girl. So we don't know if grasshopper is a boy or a girl. I think this is the last barnacle. It's coming off of grasshopper's shell, unless there are some underneath. We're going to take a peek, but look underneath before we treat the back. All right, that's gotta feel much better, grasshopper. Okay, made a mess. All right, so you can see some of these tumors here. These are the fibropapilloma tumors caused by that horrific disease, fibropapillomatosis. It affects turtles all around the world in warmer climates. And it looks like a plastron. Although we have some tumors, I don't see any barnacles. So we're going to flip her back over and just give a treatment, a topical treatment to that shell where those barnacles came off. The good news is they didn't look like they were burrowing, but we are going to clean it up and then put a topical ointment.
Got a little one on the flipper.
What's that?
Got a little flipper one.
A little flipper one? All right, she got one on her flipper. We're going to make sure we don't forget that one. All right, good find. Okay, just clean her up. Thank you for joining us